Unlock success by insanely obsessing over your clients. Today's episode is sponsored by Billy Keels Advisory Services. If you want to learn more about how to make your 99 optional, just go to makeitoptional.com. Once again, that's makeitoptional.com.
Helping you build freedom without losing your edge. This is the Going Long podcast with Billy Keels.
Unlock success by insanely obsessing over your clients is for you if you've ever gotten stuck in the mindset of scarcity and it's holding you back. I can promise you that it's holding you back because when I share this is a vulnerable post, meaning that I'm going to share with you some things that most people probably wouldn't share. But in this new phase of my life, this is not about perfection. This is about progress. And because I went through this, I want to share with you that scarcity can keep you back more than anything else. Because not too long ago, this is going to be a really, really brief episode. I promise. I'm going to keep this one real brief. But the other day, I found myself, or probably by the time we're listening to this, it's been a while ago, but I found myself thinking about someone who is let's call them a competitor in the competitive space, because some people would see as a competitor space, right? And for whatever reason, I started realizing, well, hang on a second. It seems like a lot of the concepts, a lot of things we're talking about, well, these seem to be coming up over and over and over again. And this person who was a competitor, right? Quote unquote competitor, right? There's a happy ending to this story. So just stick around with me. This is what scarcity mindset can do. This is also a way that you can crush it, because when you literally obscenely obsess over your clients, this is what happens. You break through this type of mindset, because whether someone is taking concepts, unless there's like a super trademark or secret or something like that, everyone's concepts are the same. Because I realized that none of this stuff, none of it is mine. These are life lessons that I've learned that I'm sharing with you in my way, but they're not specifically unique to me, right? And at the end of the day, because they're not mine, I'm focused on sharing with you. That's what this is about. And I'm sharing this because I'm also working with clients who are moving into a similar space. And if it happened to me and I caught myself, it's going to happen to you, right? And so the clients that I'm working with one-on-one, of course, we talk about this and we get it out and we air it out. We've talked about this, which is why one of the reasons this has become a podcast episode. But when you start recognizing, because I started recognizing that there were things that I was sharing, that there were things that I were doing, and there were phrases that I was using, and they were showing up in other people's posts on LinkedIn and on their social media sites and on their posts and podcasts and on videos and all that kind of stuff, right? And I started asking myself, why in the world is this happening? Why is that happening? And then I also realized, like, this is exhausting. Why am I even worried about this? What is the reason? Is this good for my energy? Is this good for my thoughts? Right. And it happened pretty quickly. And then I had the really good fortune. This is, like I said, this is going to be a super brief episode, because I want to share it with you, because if it happened to me, it can happen to you. But I was really fortunate because I saw this video. It was a short, brief video. I think it was even on IG, something like that. And I was going through in the morning. I saw this Jeff Bezos video. If you don't know who Jeff Bezos is, I think now he's just the chairman, the guy who founded Amazon, who is at everybody's house in the entire world. But anyway, and he gave this quote, and it was just about this concept known as customer obsession. And it was the thought process that is, he doesn't care about anybody else. He doesn't look at quote unquote competitors, because the only thing that he cares about and that his company now cares about is obsessing over what they call their customers. And it made me think, wow, you know what? It's the right thing. And it helped me recognize this scarcity mindset that was happening. And I started realizing, like, yeah, it doesn't really matter, because I haven't created a net new technology. I'm here sharing my experiences. I'm sharing it in a way that makes sense to me, and I'm repackaging things and helping them to explain to you so that it's much easier. But it's not just with you while you're listening, while you're watching me right now. It's also with my clients, because there are clients that also want to build businesses that are similar to the one that I have now. And so in the same way that I help them, I started thinking, what in the world am I worried about? Something else? Because that's a scarcity mindset. I don't want that. That's not what I'm doing here. It's about, how do I take what Jeff Bezos said and obsess, have this customer obsession? I like to call it obsessing over my clients. Like, I'm obsessed over my clients. How can I double down on serving my clients even better? How can I give them more? How can I share more? How can I give more deeply? How can I give you even more ways of connecting? How can we connect more? It's not just the podcast. Maybe it's through videos. Maybe it's doing more events. Maybe it's getting out on the speaker circuit. How can I connect with you more? How can I connect with you more deeply? How can I continue to be obsessed about you as a client, as someone who's helping to pay with your attention? You're what I care about. I don't care about what everybody else is doing or what others are doing. I even want to help them, right? Because none of the concepts are mine. They're not theirs. And it was seeing this very brief episode with Jeff Bezos that reminded me, what is the most important thing? It's obsessing about my clients. It's focusing on them. It's helping them get to what they want to be, where they want to go. How can I focus more of what I'm doing to help my clients achieve what they want to be able to achieve? So let me tell you, the frenemy or the competitor syndrome, it can be real. But the way to think about it is, the concepts, unless, like I said, you're creating some net new technology, none of it's yours. Because I realized it wasn't mine. It's my experience. My experience is unique to me. I am in a category of one. This is a race of me versus me and how I can serve my clients the best. So just recognize, if you have the thought, squash it, move on, think about your clients. How can you best serve them? How can you do it in the way that is in line with your values, with your belief system? Do it in that way. Because I realize that also too, like, I'm here and I'm serving my clients. I'm not here to serve everybody. I don't even want to serve everybody. I want to serve my clients and I want to serve them to the fullest. And I want that for you so that you can serve your clients and you serve them to the fullest. And if you're feeling stuck, like you don't really know how to get it and you don't know how to get there, you're worried about what everybody else is thinking and doing. I've been there. I've thought about it in corporate and I've thought about it even outside of corporate. I'm sharing it with you. I want to keep it super real because that's what this phase of life is about. Because what I realize is I'm not going to let scarcity mindset, I'm not going to let that set in. And I'm thankful for the video that I saw that day, the Jeff Bezos video that talked about his customer obsession, because it helped me to squash the scarcity mindset that was beginning to creep in. And I am thankful for the video that I saw. And I am thankful for others that want to share concepts that I've packaged, that I'm thinking about, and are the way that I like to communicate with my clients, with those that are part of my world. And I'm grateful that others see this way of communicating as something that can be valuable for them. That's more of the abundant mindset. And that's why, like, focusing on my clients, that's helping me to continue to unlock success, and being grateful that these concepts, these ideas are being embraced by others. And I would suggest you do the same too, because there's enough for everybody. As long as you're doing it with integrity and in line with the values that you have and the belief system that you have, there is an abundant mindset. And that is how, by focusing and insanely obsessing about your clients, is the way that you will continue to unlock success in your life, in the life of those that you serve. And so if you've recently fallen into the trap of this scarcity mindset, hopefully this episode has helped you to unlock your success, to help you find and refocus your time, your energy. And if you know somebody who's going through something similar, like, I'm telling you, I was there. It was not long ago. That's why I'm sharing it in this episode. I've talked with clients about it who are going down that same path, just in case. Share the episode with that person. You know what? And then take the next step. Go from sharing also to caring. Get on the phone, talk about it. Hey, this happened to you, that happened to me, blah, blah, blah. Don't forget, it's not about scarcity. It's about abundance. Be grateful that others are inspired by the action that you take, the words that you use. And while you do that, while you're connecting, guess where I'm going to be? I'm going to be right here. Yes, I will be. And I'm going to be preparing for the next episode. So until then, go out and make it a great day. And thank you very, very much.